Sometimes I don't know what to do as an introduction to this review.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
UK hip-hop artist Little Simz has returned with another EP in her Drop series. This time it is Drop 7. Her last few albums have had more of a soul and R&B influence to them, but the Drop 7 EP is a lot more industrial and even cold, but often in a good way. The EP opens with the song Mood Swings, which begins with just a pulsating kick drum and some glitchy, I guess, drums as well, pulsating in the background. Eventually, the song expands into these pounding drums with these voices squealing and yelping in the background and like phasing around. These voices also heighten the drama as Little Simz is singing about having mood swings. This stripped down drum and voice vibe continues on the track Fever, which is primarily a kick drum, a can, and a voice saying wah over and over again. At one point, we even get this distorted squeal in the background. The song has this very braggadocious quality to it, but not in the typical way. It is much more about how Little Simz feeds off her friends and how they become great together, which is a neat spin on the very, I guess, toxic masculine way that hip-hop ends up bragging about how individually great they are. You know, look, I'm the best ever! There are slightly more synth elements in the track Torch, but also these sound effects that sound like keyboard presets. Like, I guess some of you have had, like, keyboards when you were a kid or even older that have, like, preset, like, silly sounds. There's a few of those I recognize on this track. It is a very confident track about keeping the torch going. She sings about beating the force, but it is not explicit what the force is, whether it is very literally the police or just, you know, imposing structures that are in her way. We then get the thumping track SOS. This is my least favorite track on this EP, since not much happens in it. It is much more of a dance track, but again, the song consists mostly of just that dance beat, but with just like a hint of synths and a repeating voice that simply says go. Beyond that, there is not a lot happening here to make this song all that interesting. We then get the song I Ain't Feeling It, which feels like a Drake beat, especially off of If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. But Simz' soft delivery doesn't quite match the dark energy of the beat, almost as if she ain't really feeling it, and neither am I really. This is followed by the incredible yet short track Power, which is under 1 minute, but very braggadocious, and this time it is that typical hip-hop I am the greatest type of braggadocery. And it works really well, and it's almost a flex to make it so short, like just right in there under a minute. The EP then ends with the light and airy but beautiful track Far Away. There are pianos, horns, which, you know, really contrasts with the cold and barrenness of the rest of this EP. The song sees Little Simz dealing with regret for not being there for someone, and it being the reason the relationship has come to an end. Overall, I think this EP was decent. I do think she sounds great with this more industrial sound, but some more, I guess, elements could have added a bit of life to some of these beats, and yeah, that would have made it way more engaging and interesting. But I do like the direction things are heading, and so I guess since this is an EP, this is probably where she's trying to experiment a bit. So I am looking forward to whether she continues this sound on a bigger project. In the end, though, I would give this EP a 3 out of 5. What did you think of this EP? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You can let me know in the chat. You can like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can YouTube the YouTube. YouTube it. I never know how to end these things.